Hello, word nerds. Welcome to the dictionary. I am your host, Spencer, and this episode is essentially the fourth in a row that has a whole bunch of very scientific-y words. And so this episode's gonna be a banger. We're gonna bang the pots and pans as if we are in Stomp. Oh, Stomp. Okay, the first word is glutton. Glutton. It's a noun from the 13th century. I hope you remember all of our related words in the previous episode. At the beginning, we were talking about glut, feeding things, overfeeding, those sorts of things. So, a glutton is one given habitually to greedy and voracious eating and drinking. Just always eating and drinking. It's like they can't get enough. They're voracious. They love the food. They love the drink. Maybe they're trying to mask some emotional things going on in their life, in their mind. And they're like, you know what? I'm just going to fill that up with food and drink and everything's going to be fine. And they're greedy about it. They're like, no, you can't have any. This is all for me. It's all for me, all of this food and drink. Okay. Number 1B. One that has a great capacity for accepting or enduring something. Interesting. As in, a glutton for punishment. That may be the only other common phrase that I'm aware of where this word glutton is being used. A glutton for food, but also, I don't know if we're saying that phrase exactly, but a glutton for punishment. Oh, I love punishment so much. I can take so much punishment. Give me all of the punishment. So they have the capacity for just dealing with a whole bunch of punishment. Or what's a better example? It's not punishment exactly, but we use the word. It's like just sort of negative stuff. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just use the good old internet machine. What's a good example, if I could spell that right? Not of a cover letter. No, I'm not trying to make a cover letter. A good example of why did I decide to write so many words? What's a good example of when someone would be described as a glutton for punishment? Why didn't you autofill that phrase? A glutton for punishment is someone who habitually takes on difficult, unpleasant, or burdensome tasks. Ugh, I wonder if I'm a glutton for punishment because I'm always so busy. Or who repeatedly subjects themselves to pain, failure, or criticism when they don't have to. The over-volunteer. Taking excessive work. Someone who volunteers for the most difficult unpaid projects or works through burnout despite already being overbooked. Oh, what are you describing me? God damn it. All right, I don't like this. Let's move on. Let's move on to number 2. The synonym, is the 1A definition for Wolverine. A Wolverine is a glutton? Ooh, this sounds fascinating, but we have to wait so many years, possibly decades, until I get to the W's. Wolverine? Oh man, I feel like I need a teaser. Wolverine. Where are you, Wolverine? Let's see here. It's somewhere over here. Okay. Why do we call a Wolverine a glutton? God, do I need to look that up too? Why? Where's the H? Why my letters are all off. Why is a Wolverine called a glutton? Are they like always eating and filling themselves? It has a ravenous appetite. Oh, its scientific name is gulo, which is Latin for glutton. I'm overemphasizing the T's. Glutton. That's probably how I would say it. They're known for eating large amounts of food in one sitting and consuming entire carcasses, including bones, to survive in harsh, food scarce environments. Whoa. All right. Hey, Wolverine. That's fascinating. I mean, I guess I probably had heard that they eat a lot of food, but I didn't realize that their scientific name was literally just glutton. We they're not we got to say it twice. They're so much of a glutton. Whoa. Okay. Well, I think we mostly know, yeah, the etymology. This is from the Latin glutire, which means to swallow, and gula, which means throat. Yeah. Whew. Okay. Fascinating stuff. Glutton. Now, let's move on to. Oh, what sound effect am I going to make? Well, I guess I'm just going to go. Oh, because we're talking about eating and swallowing stuff. Now we have gluttonous or gluttonous. We had a very similar situation in the previous episode. Is it the exact same? Oh, no, that one was glutinous. Glutinous or glutinous. This one is gluttonous or gluttonous. Adjective from the 14th century. This is marked by or given to gluttony, as in a gluttonous appetite. For more synonym information, go see the word voracious. I feel like I'm leaning into my microphone. I could put this over here. That would help a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. We're more in line now. Fantastic. I'm sure you are very happy about that. Gluttonously is an adverb, and gluttonousness is a noun. Gluttonousness. Well, I guess I have a lot of gluttonousness because I am a glutton for punishment. All right, moving on to our last glutton word. It's gluttony. This is a noun from the 13th century. Number 1, excess in eating or drinking. So it's a noun. So you if you are a glutton, you have gluttony. And because you're like, I have all of the excess in drinking and eating. Number 2, greedy or excessive indulgence. Just in whatever. I mean, it could be obviously eating or drinking. It could also be drugs. It could be maybe sleeping. Oh, I would like to be a glutton for sleeping right now. I didn't want to get out of bed. I wanted to go right back to bed. I was like, do I even want to record my podcast this morning? Should I just lay down and get 45 an hour more of sleep? No, I must persist because I am a glutton for punishment, as we have decided. Gluttony, that's one of the 7 deadly sins. Oh, I've tried to name these before. I remember being with some coworkers and we were trying to name them, and I think we might have missed some. What do we got? We got gluttony. We got... No. We got sloth. We got what's the one where you're like, oh, look at me, it's vainness or something. What else are the things? I'm not going to be able to think of them, but we're talking about one of the quote unquote 7 deadly sins. So we gotta say what they are: pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. So we got pride and greed feel a little similar, but they're definitely not. Pride is just like, hey, look at me. Look, I'm so great. Kind of like that. Greed is like, give me all the stuff. Lust is, This one I feel like is a little question. It's like, ooh, I love that thing so much. Ooh, yeah, can I have it, please? I want it, maybe. Envy is like, ooh, I'm envious of you. I'm trying to think of another way to describe that. Jealousy, it's a sin because why? Because you're, ooh, I could dig deep into this, I'm sure. Because you feel like somebody else has something that you want. It's very similar to greed, wanting things when you should realize that you have everything that you need from a spiritual standpoint. You don't need anything. You should be happy for other people. Gluttony, it's very similar. It's like, gimme, gimme, gimme. Wrath, ooh, just anger in general. Why you gotta be so angry? Why can't you be happy for other stuff? Chill out, dude. Don't be such a Hulk. And then sloth. Being being lazy, being tired. I mean, there's more descriptions, but I wanted to do it for my brain and come up with the layman's way to describe all of these. Anyway, the seven deadly sins. If you don't know about them, go read up on them. People have used them to create various types of art and such, and interesting thing to think about. What do you think? I think I'm just gonna live my life fully in the seven deadly sins. One day, one for each day of the week. Is there a specific order? Is that the order that they're supposed to be in? Sunday? I guess some people say Sunday's at the end of the week, but I always think of it as the beginning. I don't know. How do I think of that? Anyway, one day I'll be all prideful. Next day I'll be just greed. Another day I'll just be lustful of everything. Next day, all envy all day. Next day, gluttony, just eating. I don't eat all the other days, just that day. Next day, I'm just so angry. And then the last day, I sleep. I mean, it kind of works, right? You got to sleep one day. All right, now, we did gluttony. Now we're getting into the fun section, and hey, this is just going to be fantastic. Oh. It's a prefix, glyc or glyco, Glyc, and maybe you add the O. It is, number one, carbohydrate and especially sugar. Carbohydrate and especially sugar. The example is glycoprotein. I feel like I need to just sing this whole section to the end of the episode to make it more interesting. I don't know if I can do that. Number two, it means glycine. The example is glycil, which I think is going to be in the next episode. Oh my gosh, we got more of these words. Hooey! All right, this is from the Greek glyc, which means sweet. So, all this. Yeah, we saw especially sugar. This glucose stuff. Glucose is also related to sweetness. Oh. Next, we have glycan. Glycan is a noun from 1950. The synonym is polysaccharide. Next is glycemia, noun from 1901. It's the presence of glucose in the blood. Glycemia. Glycemic is an adjective. Now we have glycemic index. It's a noun from 1981. Okay. The glycemic index is a measure of the rate at which ingested food causes the level of glucose in the blood to rise. This has no form, no whatever. Also, a ranking of foods according to the glycemic index. I need to read that one. A measure of the rate in which ingested food causes the level of glucose in the blood to rise. Oh, I think I've heard of foods that have high glycemic index, where it's like you eat it, and then your glucose is like, pew, shoots right up. What? Let's look it up. What foods have a high, it filled it in, glycemic index? You know what I'm talking about. Carbs that are rapidly digested and absorbed, causing a quick spike in blood sugar. They score 70 or higher on the glycemic index scale. Breads and cereals, grains, snacks, starchy vegetables, sweets, drinks. You're talking about all my favorite foods. I should probably not eat them so much. White bread, yeah, gotta do whole grain. Bagels, baguettes, processed low-fiber breakfast cereals, white rice, instant oatmeal, rice cakes, pretzels, saltines, most packaged crackers, white potatoes, baked or mashed, candy, donuts, cakes, cookies, sugary sodas, fruit juice, energy drinks. Well, good thing I don't drink any of those. But sometimes listen, trust me, I don't have these all the time. But sometimes I do, and maybe that's not great for me. It's not great for you either. All right, try and think of all of those things, all of those things that you want to eat. Maybe just don't. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Now we have glyceraldehyde. Glyceraldehyde. It's a noun from 1882. It's a sweet crystalline compound, C3H6O3, that is formed as an intermediate in carbohydrate metabolism by the breakdown of sugars, and that yields glycerol on reduction. These are weird ass songs. They're not a song, it's just a weird thing. I can try to do better. Glyceric acid, noun from 1838. A syrupy acid, C3H6O4. Obtainable by oxidation of glycerol or glyceraldehyde. That was the last word that we just read. I don't know how to do anything else. Glyceride, it's a noun from circa 1864. An ester of glycerol, especially with fatty acids. Glyceritic is an adjective. Glycerin, or no, this would be glycerin, or glycerin. You can spell it with an E at the end or no. Noun from 1830. The synonym is glycerol, which is coming up. This is all stuff I don't know anything about, and I just need to get through it. Etymology here, this one, from the Greek, glyceros, which means sweet. We already knew that this was all about sweet stuff. Essentially, sugars in things. Now we have glycerinate. Glycerinate, I think that's what it is. Transitive verb from 1897. To treat with or preserve in glycerin. To treat with glycerin or to preserve in glycerin is glycerinate. Now we have glycerol, glycerol, either one is fine. It's a noun from 1880. It's a sweet, syrupy, a sweet, syrupy, hygroscopic trihydroxy alcohol, C3H8O3, usually obtained by the saponification of fats. Now we have glycerol or glycerol. This is a noun from 1845, a radical derived from glycerol by removal of hydroxide, but especially a trivalent radical, CH2, CH2. Wow, that's a funky molecule. Next is glycine or glycine, noun from 1851, a sweet crystalline amino acid, C2H5NO2, obtained especially by hydrolysis of proteins. Glycoalkaloid, noun from 1949, a bitter compound as solanine, occurring in various plants and consisting of a glycoside of an alkaloid. Now we have glycogen. It's a noun from circa 1864. There's too many syllables. It's a white, amorphous, tasteless polysaccharide. C6H10O5. Ooh, and then that whole section has an X in the corner, a little subscript X, so you do a bunch of those, I guess. It is the principal form in which glucose is stored in animal tissues, and especially muscle and liver tissue. Well, now we have glycogenesis, noun from circa 1886. Should we do a dramatic reading of the dictionary? That's what we're getting into, I guess. The formation and storage of glycogen. Well, glyco, what is this word? Glycogenolysis. Glycogenolysis. Noun from 1909. The breakdown of glycogen, especially to glucose, in the animal body. Glycogenolytic is an adjective. Oh, we are so close to ending this ridiculous episode. Good thing we're recording. Well, next is glycol. Glycol or glycol. Noun from 1857. The synonym is diol, but especially the synonym ethylene glycol. We would have learned about those in the D's and the E's. And now let's move on to our final word. I guess we're a radio host now. Next is glycolic acid. Glycolic acid. Glycolic. The next word is acid, and glycolic can have two L's near the end. Noun from 1852. It is an alpha hydroxy acid, C2H4O3, found especially in unripe grapes and sugar beets, and used especially in textile and leather processing, and in skincare treatments, especially as an exfoliant. Exfoliant. Okay. Hey, we got through that kind of quick. I hope you tolerated that. Let's pick a word of the episode. Today we had glutton, gluttonous, gluttony, glyc or glyco, glycan, glycemia, glycemic index, glyceraldehyde, glyceric acid, glyceride, glycerin. Isn't there a song Glycerin? I think there is. Glycerinate, glycerol, glycerol, glycine, glycoalkaloid, glycoalkaloid, glycogen, glycogenesis, glycogenolysis, glycol, and glycolic acid. Man, I really had to pay attention to the pronunciations. Hoo-wee. Okay, well, I think I just have to pick a glutton because I'm a glutton for punishment. I do too much. That's really hard to not do too much. Hey, guess what? I don't have a movie to tell you about. It is very, very sad. But I can tell you about a show that we watched, which is done, but I really hope that it comes back. It might. I mean, if people crave it enough, maybe it'll go to Broadway, but it's a very Chicago-related show, so I think it would be better to come back to Chicago. I should tell you what it is. The man who plays Beard on Ted Lasso, his name is Brendan Hunt, and he is from Chicago, and he came back to Chicago to put on this one-man show, which he did like early versions with a very small amount of people, but he turned it into a much bigger thing, and he did it at Steppenwolf for, I think he said it was 5 weeks, and we were there just a couple of days before he closed. It's a one-man show about his bittersweet relationship with his mother and his love for the Beatles, which he got from his mother, and just so much also, so other stuff about his life, but it's done so good, so funny, so sad and heartwarming, and it's just amazing what he does. One man for an hour and a half, basically, with no intermission, and of course there's There's a beautiful, simple set, amazing lighting, which he actually discusses, that was one of my favorite moments. And oh, Brendan Hunt, you're a talent, you're a funny man, and I can't wait to see what you do next. And I hope to see you in the fourth season of Ted Lasso, which at the time of when this airs is coming out in less than 2 months, I think. All right. Oh, the show is called The Movement You Need. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to say any more than that. I was very confused by the title, and now I'm not. This has been Spencer, dispensing information. Goodbye.